You can sit with your legs crossed. Maybe pull the flesh away from your sit bones and really ground your pelvis into the ground. Bring your hands into a comfortable position, maybe resting on your knees. You can cup them in your lap with your fingers touching, starting to bring the energy from outside to inside your body. Start to pay attention to your breath. Find child's pose. You can start in a tabletop position and sink your hips back towards your heels. Palms reaching forward, fingertips pressing into the ground. Let your forehead fall toward the floor. Come back to your breath. Try to match the length of your inhales and your exhales. Feel the ground beneath you, ground down through the tops of your feet. Now tense your fingertips like there are cupcakes underneath them to activate your forearms, and push them into the ground as though you're pushing your body away from your fingers. Sink back. Come back through a tabletop position and find downward facing dog. Draw your heels toward the floor. Keep pressing into all 10 of your finger pads. Soften your knees, maybe bend one knee and then the other. Soften your face. Then find stillness. Take a deep breath in together. Inhale. Sigh it out. Take another deep inhale, just like that. Sigh it out through your mouth. Now come into your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose. Seal your lips. Breathe out through your nose. Take 2 more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Sink your heels. Now come high on your toes and take as many steps as you can to get to the top of your mat to make your feet meet your hands. Take ragdoll pose by clasping opposite elbows and pulling the crown of your head toward the floor. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can take another arm variation. You can wrap your arms around your shoulders. You can clasp your hands behind your back and pull them over your head to stretch your shoulders. Either way, soften your joints and ground down through all 4 corners of your feet. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Reach up through your hands, reach up through your index fingers. Now settle. Knit your lower ribs together. Bring your shoulders together and down your back. Lift and spread your toes. Soften your knees. Look up. Bring your hands to your heart. We'll start today's practice with 1 Om. Breathe in. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. the crown of your head. Inhale, take a halfway lift by reaching the crown of your head toward the front of your mat. Press into your thighs or your shins, and then fold forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Lift and spread your toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, reach. Maybe bend back a little bit. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to a high plank. Shoulders over wrists. Heels over toes. And reconnect with your breath here. Ground down through the space between your thumb and your index finger. On your next inhale, shift forward past your wrists and then lower halfway, elbows over wrists. Inhale, press the tops of your feet into the ground, upward facing dog, engage your quads. Exhale from your hips, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees and take one giant step to the top of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, drop your head. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Shift forward. Exhale, low plank. Engage your core. Inhale, upward facing dog, pull your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, press your heels back. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. One more like that. On your next inhale, lift your heels and with the other leg, take a giant step to the top of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips back. Right away, look at your feet. Make sure your big toes are at 12 o'clock. Make sure you can sink your weight into your heels by lifting and spreading your toes. On your inhales, reach up through your index fingers, biceps by ears. On your exhales, sink your hips back. Tuck your pelvis, engage your lower abs. Sink. Last inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Pull your elbows back, pull your shoulder blades together. Plant your hands, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Use your exhale to take you down, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. Take one giant step with your right foot. Point it straight ahead at 12 o'clock. Your back foot should be at a 45-degree angle to the back corner of your mat. Try to get your front leg as parallel to the ground as you can. Press through both feet, press through the back edge of your back foot. And then take your torso and your pelvis toward the front of your mat and reach up. Find your breath. And then find your drishti, your gaze. Find one spot to focus on. On your inhales, reach up through your index fingers. On your exhale, sink into your front knee. On your inhale, reach. Sink and let it fall a little toward the right. Last one, reach up, look up, maybe bend back. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga. Use your exhale to take you down. Inhale brings you up. Pull your chest forward, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Big step forward. This time right away, take your torso and center it right over your hips and directly toward the front of your mat. Now engage your core, engage your abs. Now find the outer edge of your back foot. Lift your front toes, spread them out. Now reach. Good. Breathe. Find your gaze. Biceps by your ears. When you inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Bring your right hip a little bit forward and your left hip a little bit back. Reach. Sink into that front knee. Last one. Reach up. Exhale, flow. High to low plank. Use your whole exhale to take you down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a minute to reset here. Take 5 breaths. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink right away, low as you can. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, strong. Pull your shoulders back and your elbows back. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. Big step, breathe in, reach. Chaturanga, flow. Plant your hands, high to low plank. You can always go straight to down dog. Inhale, engage your quads. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Step, reach, flow. Inhale, pull your chest forward, press the tops of your feet into your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, but with a fun twist at the end. Lift your heels, hover your knees, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, sink. Exhale, fold from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. Breathe in, reach. Flow. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Big step, ground down through your back foot. Flow. Inhale, up. Exhale from your hips, back. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more like that. On your next inhale, lift your right heel up. 3-leg down dog. Try to create a straight line from your heel to the crown of your head. Keeping your weight distributed equally between both palms, bend your right knee towards your butt. Now open your hips. Keep your right foot engaged. Keep pressing through that right hand, and then either stay here or very slowly flip your dog. Reach back. Breathe in, push your hips up. Exhale, high plank. Breathe in. Drop your heels to the right, side plank. Stack your left foot on top of your right foot. Lift your left arm up. Engage both feet, and you can either drop your back knee to give yourself that support, or if you're feeling strong where you are, you can lift your top leg. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Last one, reach. High plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your left heel up. 3-leg down dog. Flex your back foot. Engage your core. Now bend your knee towards your butt. And when you feel comfortable, open your hip. Keep pressing through that left hand, through the index finger and thumb. Keep your chest pulling back toward your leg. Stay here or come high on your right toes and slowly flip your dog. Shoulder over wrist, feet under knees. Reach toward the back of the room. Now reach straight up. High plank. Drop your heels to the left. Side plank, left side. Reach your right arm up. Press through the finger pads of your left hand. Lift your pelvis. Good, good, mom. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Last inhale. High plank. Breathe in. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, place it between your hands for crescent lunge. I encourage you, instead of rising straight up, to first lengthen your spine forward and find your feet. And then once you feel grounded, then reach up and center your torso over your hips. Good. Your back heels over your back toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your gaze. Your next exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, twist right by hooking your right knee on the outs, your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Find all 4 corners of your front foot, but engage your back leg and hug your quads in toward each other. If you want, you can open your arms. On your inhales, expand. Exhale, twist. One more. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, come back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Find your feet, find your breath, engage your core. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior, reach back, stretch your side body. Side angle pose. Bring your right elbow to the inside of your right knee or down to a block. This is a perfect place for a block on the inside of your right foot. Now, pull your lower ribs back and in so you're in a straight line with your pelvis. And reach. You can reach overhead. You can reach your other arm out. Stay strong in your core, stay strong in your legs. Take 2 more breaths here. Last one. Come back up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down, chaturanga. Step your right foot back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, press the tops of your feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Step it through your hands. Keep your hands where they are. Engage your core, engage your back leg. Now reach forward with straight spine. When your legs feel strong, then straighten up. Find your breath. Find your gaze. Biceps by your ears. Great. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist left. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee and encourage your thumbs towards your sternum, not by moving your hands, but by moving your chest. Lengthen your torso toward the front of the room and twist from your upper back. Take another deep breath. Sigh it out. Last inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Come back up, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Find your feet. Center your torso over your hips. So in warrior two, your front foot is pointing at 12 o'clock. Your back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Perfect. Take a deep breath in. Sink into your front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take side angle pose. Bring your left elbow to the inside of your right knee. Engage your back leg, engage your core, and then reach up with your right arm. If it's comfortable for you, you can look up at your right thumb, but keep your chin tucked to protect your cervical spine. Breathe. You can reach out with your left arm if you took that variation on the other side. Reach overhead. Great job, James. Nice, Dad. Breathe in. One more exhale. Come back up, warrior two. You got this. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands down. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it feel good. Drop your head. Inhale, come up for chair pose. You can either leave your feet excuse me. You can either leave your feet hips width distance apart, or you can bring your big toes to touch, and leave a little space between your heels. Either way, reach up. Take another deep breath in. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, leave your hips where they are, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist right. Same as in crescent lunge, take your left elbow, hook it on the outside of your right knee, or if your feet are wider, you can hook it on the inside of your left knee, which really helps engage the twist. You can reach up, sink your heels, sink your hips. You can look up, tuck your chin. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Chair pose. Fold forward. Take fingers to toes pose by taking your peace sign fingers and wrapping them around the insides of your big toes. Use the grip to pull the crown of your head toward the floor. Elbows out. Good. Nice adjustment. If that grip isn't available to you, feel free to take any forward fold that feels good. Just encourage your head down. And try to keep your pelvis centered over your heels. You can experiment with rocking forward and backward. Maybe putting all the weight back in your heels until you feel like you might fall. And then rocking forward all the way into your toes. Ah! Release your grip. Take a halfway lift. Plant your hands. Step back. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips back. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, enjoy the fold. Inhale, come up for a chair pose. You can take the same variation with your feet as you did on the first side, or you can try the other one. Either way, sink your hips. Engage your lower abs by buttoning up your pants. Bring your shoulders together and down your back. Reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist left. Try to keep your elbows in one line. That looks great. So good, guys. Keep your hips sinking down. Take a deep breath. Look up if it feels good. You can open your arms if it feels good. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Come back. Chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Take gorilla pose by walking your hands underneath your feet so your toes can massage your wrists. If that's not available for you, you can take fingers to toes pose again, or ragdoll, or any other forward fold that feels good. Release the grip if you have it. Take a halfway lift. Fold forward. And then take crow pose or yogi squat, malasana. Yogi squat looks like this. Take your feet, take them to the outside, point them to the outsides, point your toes out, and then straighten your spine by using your elbows to push your knees back. Straighten your spine, pull the crown of your head up. Take another breath here. And then forward fold at the top of your mat. Good work. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up, reach up. Exhale, eagle, right side. Bend your left leg like in chair pose, and then bring your right knee over and your right arm under. Straighten your spine, bring your shoulders together and down your back. If you fall out, just get back in. Pull your elbows away from your face. Take one more deep breath in. Mountain pose, reach up. Eagle on the left. Left leg over, right leg under, or right arm under, excuse me. No. Left leg over, left arm under. We got it. Left leg over, left arm under. Bring your elbows up to shoulder height. Squeeze your thighs together. Find a neutral pelvis by tucking it underneath you. Straighten your spine. One more big breath in. Mountain pose, reach up. Find Samastitihi by bringing your hands by your sides, fingers spread, palms facing forward. Then lift your right knee to hip height. Standing leg raise on the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. your leg as straight as you can, hinge back, airplane pose. Tuck your chin to keep your spine straight. Pull your shoulder blades together, pull your pinkies together. Find the inside of your standing foot. Kick your leg back, find up dog in your chest. Take one more big breath in. Half moon pose. Bring your left hand down to a block or the ground, or you can float it. And then open up your hips. Keep breathing, tuck your chin, kick toward the back of the room. If you fall out, try again. Good job, James. One more big breath in, reach. Exhale, feet together at the top of your mat. Good job. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale. On your next inhale, lift your left knee to hip height. Center your torso over your hips. The tendency here is to either lean forward or lean back. Try to stay steady. Biceps by your ears. Now, kick your foot forward, keep your foot flexed, and trying to keep your leg as straight as you can. Hinge back, airplane pose. Palms facing down. Front toes at 12 o'clock. Hips square toward the floor, so drop your left hip a little bit. Reach back. Breathe. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your heart, and then open up half moon. Bring your right hand down to a block or the floor. Keep your left foot flexed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep it up, guys. Great work. One more big breath in. Feet at the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Dancer on the right. Bring your right hand down, leave your left arm where it is. Then bend your right leg and grab the inside of your right foot, thumb facing back towards your toe. Square your hips by tapping your knees together. And then on your next exhale, kick back. Only lean forward as much as you can kick. This is a back bend, so feel it in your spine. Reach, breathe, kick back, full expression. Exhale, feet together. Good job, shake it out. Switch sides. Right arm up. Bend your left leg, grab the inside of your left foot. Tap your knees together to square your hips. Then kick back as you fold forward. Find your breath. Front hand, your thumb is facing up. Your fingers are strong. Bring a little water to your standing leg. One more breath, kick. Exhale, feet together, top of your mat. Good job, shake it out. One more balancing posture. You guys got this. We're gonna take tree pose on the right. So take your right foot and bring it either to the inside of your ankle, like a kickstand, or the inside of your shin, or the inside of your thigh. Either way, keep your hips centered by pressing your thigh into your foot as much as you're pressing your foot into your thigh. Use any arm variation that feels good. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can take cactus arms, goalpost arms. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. You can reach up, grow your tree. You can reach back. Take one more big breath in. Feet together, switch sides. Find all four corners of your standing foot. And soften your face. Soften your shoulders. Find ease here. Take another big breath in. Exhale, feet together, top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high to low plank, or straight to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior two. Point your front foot toward the front of the mat. Your back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Make your stance wide enough so that you can bring your quad as close to the parallel to the mat as possible. Reach up. Sorry, warrior two. My bad. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward as you bring your hips back. And then take triangle pose by keeping both legs straight with micro bends in your knees and dipping down. Keep your left hip up and back. The tendency is to flip forward, but try to stay in a straight line. Another good place for a block on the outside of your front leg. You can look up. One more big breath in. Come all the way up to stand. Point both your feet to face the same side of the mat. Take a wide leg forward fold. Bring your hands on your hips. Pull up through your sternum. And then fold forward from your hips. We're only going to do this on one side, so enjoy it. You have a lot of options. You can walk your hands back between your feet. You can sort of shift back and forth to stretch out your inner legs. A favorite is to interlace your hands behind your back and kind of let yourself fall forward to really feel that shoulder stretch. Either way, keep water in your joints. Couple more breaths here. Release the grip if you have it. Take a halfway lift. Step your back foot halfway up the mat. Point both your feet toward the front of the mat. There should be maybe a yard in between your feet, maybe less. Your feet should be on railroad tracks widthwise. Make sure both toes are at 12 o'clock. Reach up. And then fold forward for pyramid pose. Like in dancers, shift your hips back as much as you fold forward. And only fold as far as you can to keep a straight spine. That might be here. Keep micro bends in your knees. Let your head fall. Now take a halfway lift here. Twisting triangle. Plant your left hand, keep your hips where they are. Maybe bring your hand to your sacrum to make sure it stays steady. And then twist, reach your right arm up. Another good place for a block for sure. Give yourself, bring the ground to you. Keep an eye on those hips. Reach. Take one more big breath in. Sigh it out. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Good job. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Strong chaturanga. Elbows over wrists. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior two. Arms pull apart. Gazes at your front index finger. Straighten your front leg. Pull your hips back as you reach your front arm forward and tip down for triangle pose. Again, right away, pay attention to that right hip and bring it back in line with your legs. Soften your knees. Find all four corners of both feet. Take one more big breath in. And then step your back foot forward facing the back of the mat. We're gonna go right into pyramid pose. Left foot forward, right foot, left foot is in front, right foot is in back. Both toes are facing forward. Reach up and fold over that left leg. Try to find ease here. Take a halfway lift, twisting triangle. Either plant your hand on the ground or find a block. Put a hand on your sacrum to make sure your hips are still pressing back, and then reach up only as much as you can through your left hand. Try to keep your shoulders in a straight line, hips in a straight line. One more big breath in. Find the way to your top of your mat. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees. And either step or hop all the way through your hands onto your butt. Find boat pose. Straighten your spine. You can either bring your legs to a 90-degree angle or you can straighten them. You can place your hands beside you for a little extra support, or you can straighten them out in front of you. Either way, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in, stay strong. Exhale, low boat, lower halfway. Keep your shoulders and your ankles off the ground. Inhale, use your core, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Last one, high boat. Exhale, come all the way down on your back. We're gonna do abdominal twists. Ground your lower back into the floor. Bring your knees to a 90-degree angle, knees over hips. Bring your hands behind your head, clasp your fingers. And then these are basically bicycles. So take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee as you kick your right foot forward. Go slow. Breathe. Keep your feet flexed. Try not to bring your knees past your waist. Keep your lower back pressing into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your shoulders to the ground, bring your feet straight up in the air. Flex your feet. Bring your heels directly over your hips. You can place your hands under your lower back for a little extra support, but either way, ground your lower back into the ground, ground your shoulder blades into the ground. Now, keeping your left leg engaged, lower your right leg to a hover. Bring your right leg up, lower your left foot to a hover. Keep going, keeping your legs as straight as you can, your foot as flexed as you can. Keep your lower back grounding into the floor. Breathe. Great job, guys. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Feet back up to the ceiling. Last ab exercise. Straighten your legs, flex your feet, ground your lower back down, and then lower your legs 30 degrees. Breathe in. Another 30. Breathe in. Hover your toes. Lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Look at your feet. And then bring your legs back up. How many more do you think we can do? Oh, I can't hear you, so I get to decide. All right. Lower your legs 30 degrees. 30 more. Hover. Lift your shoulders up, lift your forehead up, look at your toes. Bring your legs up, last one. Inhale, lower your legs, 30 degrees. Breathe in, 30 more. Breathe in, hover, look at your toes. Release all the way down to your back. Great job. Maybe rock your knees back and forth, maybe rock yourself back and forth to massage your back. And then make your way onto your stomach for locust. Bring your forehead to center. Stretch your arms down by your sides, palms facing down like an airplane. Zip your legs together. Tuck your chin. Inhale, lift everything up. Lift your chest, lift your arms, lift your legs. Keep your chin tucked. Breathe in, push your pelvic bones into the ground. One more, maybe one more set of ribs comes up. Exhale, find the floor. Windshield wiper your legs back and forth. Now you can take another locust here, or you can take bow pose by grabbing your ankles or the outsides of your feet. And then this is basically double dancer on the ground. So take a deep breath and kick back. Keep your chin tucked like you have a double chin. Keep your pelvic bones grounding into the floor. Keep your thighs on the floor if you're in bow. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Find the floor. Good job, guys. All right, we're gonna do one camel pose, but that means less bridges and wheels. So, come up on your knees like this, straight spine. You can either tuck your toes or you can leave them flat on the ground, either way. Your knees should be about hips width distance apart. Now focus on your core, zip in your lower abs, tuck your lower ribs in, pull your shoulders down and away from your back. Now take your hands and facing down, bring them to your lower back. Thumbs facing out. Bring your elbows as close together as you can. And then only as far as is comfortable, look up and tip back. This might be as far as you go. Maybe you go a little further. Maybe you're really experienced and you reach for your heels. Full camel. Take another deep breath in, and then very slowly come up. Sink back onto your heels. Find your breath. And then find your way back to your back for bridge pose. Heels under knees, lower back ground into the ground for right now. Then push through your feet and through your triceps to lift your pelvis. Pull your inner ankles back and your outer ankles down. You can put your hands on your sides to help support you, but also to feel which muscles are working. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, lift your pelvis, push your chest back, and then gently lower to the mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. We're gonna take one more back bend. You can either take wheel, or you can take, you can either take another bridge, or you can take wheel. Get out of here, cat. By planting your hands, seriously, get out of here. Get. By planting your hands on either side of your ears and pushing up. You want your chest to go back more than you want Yeah, you want your chest to go back and your pelvis to go up. So ground in through your feet and try to straighten your legs. Try to straighten your arms. Breathe in. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. Tuck your chin. And find Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And relax your face. Relax your collarbone. Relax your shoulders. Bring your knees together. Rock the length of your spine and find downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and go to half pigeon on the right. Bring your left ankle towards your, right ankle towards your left wrist, right knee toward your right wrist. Untuck your toes. First, bring yourself up so that you really have your pelvis centered. And then, when you're ready, fold forward. Let go. You can reach all the way forward and just let yourself melt. If you've got a gap somewhere, maybe under your hip or your head, you can bring a pillow or a block to help hold you up. Breathe into the spaces where you feel sensation. On your next inhale, come up and find your way to the other side. Take any counter stretch you need, maybe kick back, make a hip circle or two. And then lift your left leg up and find half pigeon on the left. You want to get your shin as close to parallel to the front of the mat as you can, but I started with it tucked in my hip crease. That is also fine. Once you get centered, allow yourself to melt forward. Chest first. You might need to center your pelvis by bringing a little bit more weight into that left hip. Take one more deep breath here, and then push yourself up to a seated position, and find double pigeon. So bring your right shin directly on top of your left shin. There can be a huge gap here, another place for a pillow. Bring your ankles into each other's knee creases. Find a straight spine. And then this might feel good for you, but if you want a little bit more, you can fold forward, keeping your hips on the ground, sit bones on the ground, shoulders away from ears, soft face. Come up and switch sides. Take your left leg on top of your right. This can be totally different. You could have a gap on this side that you didn't on the other. Either way, find a straight spine by pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. And then if you want, you can fold forward over your legs. swing both legs out in front of you. Find straight legs, flex your feet, find a straight spine. Pull the crown of your head toward the ceiling, reach your arms up, and then fold forward over your legs, seated forward fold. You want to keep a straight spine, so only fold as far as that's possible for you. Come back to your breath. Come on up. We're going to take reverse tabletop. So plant your hands under your shoulders, but this time with your palms facing the front of your mat. And then come up. Bring your knees over your ankles, shoulders over wrists. And if it feels comfortable, let your head fall back. Keep pushing your hips toward the ceiling, ground down through all four corners of your feet, lift and spread your toes. Breathe in, open your mouth, and gently, gently come down. We'll take fish pose. Point your toes out in front of you. Tuck your hands still facing the front of your mat under your lower back, and then bring your elbows to the ground. Puff your chest up, and if it feels good, let your head fall back. This time, point your toes, zip your legs together. Breathe in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. One more. Chest up. Come all the way down to your mat. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. And let it fall to the left. Gaze to the right. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Come back through center and switch sides. Let your left knee fall to the right, gaze goes to the left. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Bring your forehead to your knees. Give yourself a squeeze. Savasana, final rest. Tuck your shoulders under your back. Let your feet splay out to the sides of your mat. Palms open. Take a minute here to feel where you feel and breathe into those sensations. And then just let go. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring movement into your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest and roll to your right side. Cradle your head in your arms. Although corpse pose maybe sounds a little grim, The concept is more of rebirth. So we finish the practice not with corpse pose, but with the fetal position, representing the next cycle. When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Remove the flesh from under your sit bones, find a tall spine. Breathe in together. Breathe out. We'll unclasp the way we began with one Om. Bring your hands together, bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye center of your forehead. Open your fingers, open your eyes, keep your palms together, look up. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in each of you. Together we bow. Namaste.